Hi everyone. So today the video is about 5 ways that you can develop self-love when you're dealing with binge eating. In my own experience, these 5 things really helped me while I was learning and building my self-love. Because let's be honest, self-love is such a large concept. It's really hard. Like, how can we even define what is self-love? So the first part is conscious living. That is the first step. It's like a decision that you take that's gonna enable change. So being conscious is about being aware of your thoughts. So you're gonna have to recognize every time you have negative thoughts about yourself, or if you keep repeating that narrative in your mind that you're not good enough, that you're not beautiful, you have to recognize it, catch yourself, and kind of say to yourself, no, it's not true. And by doing that, it's gonna slowly change in your life, because it's important that these negative feelings about you, about life, any emotion that's related with these thoughts, they're feeding your binge eating cycle. So if by slowly removing them, it's gonna be like this binge eating cycle is gonna slowly fade away. The second part is about self-validation. I made a whole video about self-validation, but self-validation is about self-acceptance. So it's gonna be about believing in your internal worth, developing that self-love from the inside. So recognizing your own value, your worth, and even falling in love with your own self. And if you don't even know who you are yet, it's about developing that love for yourself. Self-validation, it's a lot of work. It's not easy, because as binge eater, I think what we do often, so by example, we're looking to lose weight because we think if we lose weight, we're gonna feel good about ourselves. So we're gonna be happy, we're gonna express confidence after we lose the weight, and that will make us like the other are gonna validate us, But that's not true confidence. True confidence work in a way where your own self gonna validate yourself from the inside, and then you're gonna feel good about yourself, so you're gonna express confidence, and then the other people are gonna appreciate you. But it's not gonna be through their eyes. They're gonna appreciate you not because you're beautiful. They're gonna appreciate you because they're gonna sense that you value yourself. It's not the other way around. So that was for part 2, and part 3 is about purpose living. Okay, so you're gonna have to find your purpose in life, because I know we all have one. Okay, what is your own truth? What are your values? What are your beliefs about that? What do you accomplish in this life? What is your mission here? Okay, you need to find your why, your meaning to life. Because without meaning, what's the reason to change? Okay, and it might seem like something big, like I don't have a meaning about life. It's just because you don't know yet who you are. And right now, if you're in a negative place in your life, you cannot see it, but everybody has a purpose. And often people that deal with binge eating, they're actually people that are a lot more emotional and sensible to the world, and that's the reason why they deal with their too much of emotion. They develop binge eating because of that. They needed a relief from the stress. Okay, and if you start seeing that sensibility as a gift, because I'm sure that you can be of service of people because of that sensibility, your whole life is gonna change. Okay, it's always the way you perceive things. If you want to see your sensibility as something weak, well, it is gonna be in your life. if you want to see it as a gift, well, it is going to be in your life. Okay? So part 4 is about self-responsibility. That might be hard sometimes to think about that, but you have to decide that you're not a victim in this world, okay? You have to realize that you're creating your own reality. You're creating your own world, and you don't have to depend on others. You don't have to satisfy others. You owe nothing to others, okay? I'm thinking about your life. Okay, you're your own authority of life, and after you discover your purpose, well, then you're gonna work on that, and if other people don't relate with you, it's fine. You have to keep being in a mindset where you're not a victim. Anything that you want to accomplish, you can do it. Okay? So binge eating, you're not a victim of binge eating. You're not a victim of binge eating. You might be a victim of the trauma that caused the binge eating, but you're not a victim anymore. Okay? It's slowly, you're gonna have to change that mindset. You have the power in your hand. You have, it's weird, but for me, it was self-responsibility. Realizing that I'm not a victim was almost like a moment where I was rebelling. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show what I can do. I'm gonna show what I can bring to this world. I have something to bring. And it's true for everyone, not just me. Okay, so the 5th part is assertiveness. So it's following self-responsibility, but the 5th part is all about bringing everything that I said already in the physical world. Okay, it's speaking up for yourself. Is expressing your needs, setting your personal boundaries. It's your self-love. It's everything that you love, that you learn, but express in your action. You're never gonna be fully happy if you cannot say what you need, what you want. And whenever you're not gonna get what you need, or you're gonna be in that negative, not get what you need, because we're not always getting what we need, but I'm saying to express it. If you're not like doing that, all that lack of love inside is gonna get back into your life. And like I said before, negative emotion, lack of love, feeling of unworthiness, all feeds the binge eating cycle. So these were the 5 parts of it, and I have one thing that I wanted to read to you that I wrote. Okay, in conclusion, a lack of self-love is a lack of trust in yourself, in others, in life, in the universe, in God, and is created by the idea of not being enough. It expresses itself as a need to please, an incapacity to say no, a fear of being rejected, self-criticizing, and shutting down our intuition. It's an insecurity, and the weight is a way of keeping people away. So that was just like a way of telling you how much binge eating and the weight is all a way of protecting yourself from who you really are. It's like you're keeping happiness away from you constantly. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to get what you want in life as much as anyone else. And it's the time that we start with that defense mechanism that is disguised as binge eating. But it's just because I really think that people that deal with binge eating are people that have a lot of things to offer to this world because of their sensibility, the way they see the world. But unfortunately, because our society is not easy to live in when we're really sensible, we develop that way of hiding ourselves, of not dealing with our truth and not wanting to see it. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for being here. Bye.